Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because half of all Americans right now are treading water right now, and we're going to cover all the numbers for you. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We are on a quest today, and I'm going to show you that. So, kind of a mission to show you something. But first things first, let's get into these numbers. You know, in 1973, almost 70% of Americans said that they were in the middle class. And that's nice. You had rich people, then you had very little poor people. That would just left, 31% of the households to be listed as either rich or poor during that time. The problem with it is that the number of people in the middle class right now has not risen, it's gone down. Think about this. Based on where you live in the United States, um, it takes between $59,600 and $169,800, almost 170 grand. So 60 basically to $170,000. You guys make 170 grand a year? Raise your hand. Think about that. That's a lot of money. But imagine if you made $169,000 and you were not in the middle class. You were basically poor based on where you lived. That is shocking to think about. Now, with these numbers, it just goes to the fact that it costs so much more to live right now. Here's the thing, inflation, everybody's talking about, we want prices to go down. Prices are never going to go down, folks. You're not going to see your car all of a sudden be $30,000 for a brand new car. It's not going to happen. That slate car that they're talking about, that Jeff Bezos has invested in, that's a scam, guys. That's ridiculous because it's not going to be, it was 15,000, now it's 20. Ooh, you want options. You want to turn it into a little SUV? Yeah, everything changes in a 90-mile range. That is a golf cart, guys. There's nothing short of a golf cart. So enjoy the golf cart. So it's going to be worse and worse and worse. The problem with it is that this is the holiday season right now where people spend money or they don't spend money because they don't have it right now. I have a great list of all these companies that are laying people off right now. And it's staggering because it's companies you've heard of. And it's like, wow, really? This company, that company? It's just too many. There's 25 large companies laying people off. Some are 100, some are 1,000 people. But this is in December of 2025 that they're going to do this. So you're going to see this happen more and more and more. Credit card delinquencies. There is a site called the Visual Capitalist that is great. And what it does every now and then is they put together certain charges. Some of them are nonsense. Who eats the most alfalfa? It's like stupid stuff you wouldn't care about. But here is one for you. The credit card delinquencies. When you see that California has a credit card delinquency rate of 15%, that's insane, guys. But you can go, state by state and you can look at who's, not paying their bills. That is staggering when you see numbers like this. Now, I did a video on clearing out your storage unit. I cleared my storage unit out and selling everything. People make a really good living doing this. And Lisa, my late girlfriend Lisa, has a cousin who buys and sells things on Craigslist. And he buys stuff on Craigslist. Hey, getting rid of these bikes. Come get them. And Jeff, cousin Jeff, we call him, makes a ton of money doing that. The guy goes out and fixes stuff up. Oh, that's simple. That's a $25 part here. And then we'll sell the bike for $400 or $500. And he used to tell us great stories about how I have this area near my house that's on a hill, grassy hill overlooking the ocean. And he would put bikes up there. He'd put barbecues up there. He'd put things, and just visually he'd go up there and drive 5 or 6 items up to this beautiful spot. And it was close by his house, so it was easy. And then he would pull them up and take pictures of it to sell things. And it's like, wow, that's great. And it made everything look like it was much more valuable. Now, he had a great system. He wouldn't meet anybody. No one came to his house. He would meet different places. I'm telling you, there's a lot of kookaburras in the world. You know, we have a private channel, iAllegedly Live, and we're covering all the crime that's going on out there right now, and how people that are out, out dog walking, that are in danger right now. So you have to protect yourself. Don't think, oh, these guys, honey, he sounded so nice. Okay? When you're filling out the police report, okay? Protect yourself. Be situationally aware of your situation. Yeah, I went to college. Anyways, you get the gist of it. Just be careful, guys. The world is full of dangerous people, and they prey on the weak and the stupid and the vulnerable at times, and you don't want to be any of those things. So go make money doing this, guys. I'm telling you, you have crap in your garage right now that you could sell, that you would be very, very happy to get rid of. I love walking on Balboa Island, but look at how the canal, how dead it is right now. Isn't that crazy? So, a lot more to cover. Now, there's a lot more to cover. You know, one thing that we've talked about in great detail is that there's going to be mergers that are going to happen, and they're going to tell you that this is going to be, you know, build a powerhouse. And this is 100% based on survival. That's what this is. A perfect example is Prada is buying Versace. These are two very high-end retailers, and the deal is only for $1.4 billion, which I was shocked that it was this cheap. Now, Versace will be consumed by Prada. Will it be completely independent? Most likely, but gentlemen, when was the last time you bought yourself a $1,200 shirt? Raise your hands. Okay, I can say never myself, but the idea with this is that people are not spending money at these places. I love going to the mall in Vegas when I'm there. The Forum shops are fantastic. You can go to Venetian, you can go to the Cosmopolitan. They all have these high-end malls attached to them, but one thing that you're not seeing is you're not seeing the purchases of these places. You're seeing the vacancies that you've never seen before. You're seeing people that they're trying to tell you how great it is, but it's not great. Vegas is suffering, and it's just happening everywhere. But Prada bought Versace, and this is supposed to be some great deal. It's not. It's just economic survival for both companies. That's what's happening, and it's under the guise of a great merger to form a great company. These people hate each other. Understand this. Prada and Versace's were rivals forever, okay? And you're not supposed to know that. You're not supposed to care about that, but to act like now they're going to be friends and that this is all going to be, you know, pork and beans and bacon and eggs is ridiculous, okay? Next thing is Elon Musk. Two things. The Cybertruck is about to celebrate its second birthday. Dun, dun, dun. It is considered to be a total flop. There's a great article below about this. If you like the Cybertruck, good for you. That's your thing. It's not mine. I've driven one, and Alejandro let me drive it a year ago in March. I mean, it was a tank. It was cool, but to me, it was a large toy. It was a large golf cart. And it's not something I'm going to travel in. I'm not going to take it to Vegas. You're not going to do any work in the thing. You're not going to run your business with your Cybertruck. For those of you that do, and you know, you see John's Exterminator and Jason's Plumbing. He's not running a plumbing company out of that car. There is no way. You can't use it as a truck. It's not a truck. It's that simple. It's a large golf cart that he carries his golf bag in, but he carries it because the bed is so small at an angle, okay? Elon Musk also stepped forward to say, hey, listen, the only way to fix our national debt, he was on a podcast on Sunday talking about this, is to let AI take over. Let AI work on the jobs. You know, you're going to see massive job losses. You're going to see massive change in the economy. But the only way to get this debt down and to make it so we don't go bankrupt and it's not some third world, you know, problem of, you know, fight or flight, let's just put it that way. We're going to have AI take over. And he thinks that AI is going to have a huge, huge issue with this. So What do you think? Do you think that this is right? You think that AI is going to fix our national debt? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people that are smarter than me out there making predictions. I want to see the predictions of an economist not be reactive. I want to see them make a claim up front on what's going to happen with AI and the economy now. Do it today. Be the innovative person, because if you're right, you're going to be the genius for all of mankind and the rest of time. Just like these people that predicted 2000, people that predicted the Great Recession. These people are basically folk heroes right now, and you would be the same thing if you could predict where AI was going to take the economy and our national debt. Now, the next thing, and I love all these stories that were sent to me about Black Friday. Target right now was an abysmal failure. There are 1,978 Target stores around the United States. They promised, listen, for the first 100 people, you get a gift bag, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to have great products in there, gifts and giveaways. The first 10 people in line at each store are going to get a substantial gift. And you're going to get, they promise things like hair dryers and electronics and high-end makeup, all this stuff that people are like, you know, I would spend 6 hours in line to go get that. I would be crazy enough to do that. They gave out the gift bags, guys, and they had socks and lip balm. And they were these big bags that had nothing in them. And, you know, the story is below from the New York Post, and it's fantastic. But, you know, a woman was like, I was number 10 in the store, and I got a box of Uno cards. I think those are $2.99 on sale right now. So imagine that. Imagine you wait, you're thinking you're going to get a hair dryer or curlers or something like that, and you get yourself a lovely box of Uno cards, a box of Nerds, those little hard candies that your kids. Grandma, get me something good. Everybody's putting up Christmas lights right now. Probably spending $5,000 to have these guys hang them on the water, but hey, anyways, this is their backyard. Okay, so do you know what I'm saying? So again, Target for the win. Here's a $106 billion a year company that, think about it. Hey, listen, we're giving away $1 million worth of free stuff. Okay, think about it, guys. It takes 1,000 million to make $1 billion. Remember that. And these guys do $106 billion in sales a year, and they couldn't give away anything. It was horrible. And nobody was happy. Everybody was furious when they got that. Now, one thing I'm getting the kick out of is the Trump administration is making changes to student loan borrowing to protect the borrowers. Now, here's the one thing. You're not supposed to really borrow more than what your education costs you. Now, one thing that people did that was complete shenanigans was they would go out, my school costs $60,000 a year. Okay, we'll lend you 50. Okay, well, I'll go to this place and borrow another 50. Okay? A lot of times they wouldn't cross-check if you did it fast enough. And there are sources and places that let people do this. I showed you guys people that went out and bought cars, lived on the money, did things like that on borrowed money, which is, you might as well take your credit card out because it's just as insane doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Now they're limiting that to where for postgraduate degrees, for things like nurses and things like that, they want to limit it to $50,000 a year up to $200,000. Guys, could you imagine being, hey, Dan, I'm $200,000 in debt and I'm a nurse. What kind of money do you make as a nurse? I know one that made $140,000, she told me, you know, but again, can you pay your bills off? Okay, she lived in her mom's house, so she could pay her bills off. But do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's a debt spiral hell that these people are putting themselves in. So, let me know what you think about this. And do you think it's fair? Do you think it's, you know, again, I'm telling you, listen, the cancer surgery was a success because of Dr. Trump. Oh my God, he's gonna kill us all. You know, it's crazy that people find the negative in everything that has to do with this administration. And again, it's under the guise of making sure you're not in debt for the rest of your life. I'm telling you this right now, don't borrow money to go to school. How about that? Oh, Dan, I'm gonna be a lawyer. Okay, well then great. I know lawyers that make $400,000 a year. So that's different. Okay, our quest. We went the back way. But every year, for the last few years, they have craned in Lando Norris's F1 car here on Balboa Island. And this year, it is very depressing because they did not bring Lando Norris's car in. They're calling this the inflation vehicle, that they brought in the tinsel car. Isn't that shocking, guys? What a letdown. What a complete letdown. That's not Lando Norris's car. Santa was sitting in Lando Norris's car for the last 2 years. Okay? Isn't that terrible? So, again, it's the recession. Now, there's been rumors that this is Mark Wahlberg's house and all these different celebrities that own this place. And it's beautiful, guys. It really is. I mean, it's right on the water. It's on Balboa Island on the, I guess this would be the west part of the island. But again, no Lando Norris car, no race car. They built the tinsel car. Let me know what you think. Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. Got a good one for you today. I'm on Balboa Island, and that's the Lando Norris car that they craned in. So it's kind of neat to see the F1 car that they brought out. I love the speculation on this, on who owns that house, but I'm going to finish this video with these last few things. Don't forget to check out newvideos.com. And also, we have the private channel, iAllegedly Live, which I love doing that content for. Last few stories. Michael Dell of Dell Computer, he and his wife Susan came forward, and they are investing $6.4 billion in these what's so-called Trump accounts, where they want every child that's under 10 years old to have a $1,000 savings account to give them a jump start in life. They're donating $250 to 25 million children. That is wild, guys. $6.4 million. So bravo to them. I mean, you know, that's money going to a good place, and everybody gets it. So that's fantastic. Final thing is Mount Doran, Florida. They did an operation where they did placard sweeps for the handicap placards. And I'm familiar with this in the sense that my late girlfriend had stage 4 cancer and could not walk. So she was eligible for a handicap placard. And as her health would go up and down and deteriorate, she needed to park right in front of the hospital or the treatment center or the grocery store so she could get access to this. The problem with this is that people get BS doctors to sign off on these things and they're not injured. So it should be, you know, they had a secret operation. It should be called Operation I Can Walk. But in this one city, Mount Doran, in 2 days they found 30 placards that people were not supposed to get. That's horrible. That is a place in hell. And it's funny. There were people that reached out after Lisa passed. Hey, what are you going to do with that handicap placard? And what am I going to do with it? Nothing. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm going to dispose of it. Oh, really? Yeah. Like somebody wanted to use it. Is there a place in hell for that person or not? Well, that Rockstar card is great. Rockstar card is what they called it. Is that unbelievable? So, again, terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, I love when people get caught with shenanigans. How about you? Okay? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and it's so festive now that they got the tinsel car. Now, again, the middle class is gone, and so is the Lando Norris car. So, that's sad, guys. It's just sad. I've done so many videos out in front of this thing, walking there, and you just don't get things like that anymore. But bravo to Michael Dell and his wife Susan. That is talking about philanthropy. That's the real deal when you write a check for something like that. There's no shenanigans there. Let me know what you think. hello@iallegedly.com is the email address, and I will see you very soon.